Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Play Slay the Spire. Just got my butt kicked with the defect twice in a row. Feeling terrible. When you're going through heck, keep going. Winston Churchill. I don't like any of these options, to be fair. I'll never take 3 random potions. No matter how much haranguing I get, which I'm assuming is nearly 0. Choose a card is what I'm looking for right now. Max HP plus 16. You know what? Max HP plus 16 is kind of nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, let's do that. It still keeps us... Really, you only lose 8 HP. It's a little bit deceptive now that I think about it. And typically, even with the default deck, as the Ironclad, we've had very good luck at rebuilding our HP before the first campfire regardless. Well, just do it like this. 17 damage technically if we bash strike, but where's the fun in that? I take nothing here, in my opinion. Take this fight a little slower. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain too much about it, but I feel like we would be better off with, like, you know, common relic, rare card, than we would be with this increased HP. But I'm not going to complain too much about the increased HP. Rampage is very interesting to me. If we can get it to come around fast enough... It has to go real fast, but, you know, we're early enough that I think we can try. Really, I know we get better value out of Rampage the more we play it. I think we take no damage if we just do it like this, though. 16, easy kill. Really, at this point, I'm not trying to win the fights in the most efficient way possible. Unless by most efficient way possible, you mean taking, like, literally 0 damage so we can get back to 96 HP. So I'm fine with this. We just have to be very careful about the cards we add from this point onwards. Now, I will say, I think an uppercut is truly fantastic. So I will add one of those. And that's a good early upgrade target. Rampage will probably be first, though. So I'm feeling okay about this. The Ironclad, truly believe the Ironclad has by far the easiest start out of any of the characters. 13, this will only do 9, so we gotta do it like this. And we're taking damage every single turn against this guy, but so what, you know? Still looking fine. Headbutt is a necessary choice in order to bring Rampage back faster. Even when we draw Rampage after Headbutt, rarely are we upset to see it. I think we do this. So I do have a chip on my shoulder. We haven't beaten the heart in a long time. 13 and then another. Well, 13 does not kill you. But I would rather do... No, you know what? I would rather uppercut you for the weakness, I think. But that's okay. I think, like, realistically speaking, dude, the heart is really hard. I'm tempted to add a True Grit. It will exhaust basics with it. When it gets upgraded, we'll exhaust slimes, we'll exhaust curses, all in the name of getting to Rampage a little bit faster. Look, here's what I think about this one. Bash him, uppercut the Christ out of him, headbutt. You know he's in trouble next turn. Sure, we're going to take 9 right off the bat, but this is fine. I really want to take little here so we can upgrade as soon as possible. Surely, I think a strike, and then probably... I don't mind if True Grit hits uppercut. I hope it doesn't. Okay. I mean, narrator voice, it did. But, oh well. I still think we got something totally okay going in this deck. I was just going to say, you know you're going to dead draw at some point. But HP-wise, I mean, as long as we're above 50, I'll probably feel comfortable not resting. I think we will very simply headbutt and then True Grit. We should have defended True Grit instead of True Grit defend. We got lucky with the exhaust. Things to think about for the future. 13 plus 8 will not kill you, so we'll just do it like this. Still bleeding HP, but hopefully our days of dead drawing are nearly over. Yeah, we're going to be at realistically 60 HP. I think I'd feel relatively confident. Probably should have brought back a defend now that I think about it. We should slow down. I'm playing a little bit needlessly quickly. We're doing a good job, though, with that True Grit. Even though we did exhaust the uppercut. Just making sure that we're playing it to exhaust basics whenever possible. Fiendfire is really good. I'm okay with Fiendfire. That was like a full stop situation. I love the idea of Fiendfire because it'll exhaust hopefully a handful of garbage and again just make it that much faster for us to get to where we need to be. Well, let's put your money where your mouth is, huh? It's a 30 damage turn 1, which is real nice. Unfortunately, it slows down a little bit after that. Or potentially a lot after that. I think we got him next turn regardless. We don't need to draw Rampage even. Turns out we may have needed to draw Rampage. Yes. Weak draw, dude. Oh well, we take 8. Life goes on. Toxic Egg. I think it's extremely good. I also love the idea of the regen potion here. Maybe we won't have to rest. I will take Shrug It Off. I will take Sapphire Key, so I'm feeling great about that so far. We got a lot of question marks. Dude, straight up, hit me with this Smith. I'm ready. And I do think Uppercut's probably your next best choice, to be honest. To double the effects of it. Seems good to me. By the way, who's our boss? Oh, the Hexaghost. So we actually may not have to rest at all. Lose Gambler's Brew, obtain a relic. Yeah, that sounds acceptable. Bag of Marbles. Pretty good. Pretty nice. Sorry, you guys been watching the new season of Mystery Science Theater 3000 yet? Really don't care what you exhaust. Anyway, this guy's toast. How do I feel about this deck? I don't know yet. I think it has good cards in it. It doesn't maybe have a theme except for Rampage exists. But I think it has good cards. Dude, I'm kind of willing to go for it. Oh, turn 1, ruin this dude's life. I pop the regen potion. I want to get out ahead of this. So there's 30 damage coming out there. We may now want to rest before the boss fight, but I'm kind of the opinion it's a small price to pay. Give me a headbutt into a Rampage. Then a Shrug, which will bring back Rampage, and I'm an idiot. We're going to True Grit. It didn't really matter what it hit. I just didn't want to take damage that turn. We're still doing so well. Like, we're way out in front of this guy. He's dead next turn no matter what. Blue Candle. Why not add a free attack that exhausts itself, right? And then I'm going to upgrade True Grit, and we're being a little bit aggressive here as we come around to the Hexaghost, but... Dude. I'm gonna hedge my bets. I'm gonna sequester a defend, and then hit you for 30. I didn't want to exhaust absolutely every, every card there. I think we'll Shrug... Thank God for Infernal Blade, which will play for 0 for sure. Well, I mean, it's pretty simple, right? You probably just Rampage, True Grit, and hit the strike. We're only taking 10 damage. Not that bad. Alright, so these are big plays here. You definitely uppercut. I think you would headbutt Rampage. And you're going to accept the 4 damage this turn. In the interest of accelerating Rampage as quickly as possible. Honestly, I'll accept the 6 damage as well. I know it's filling our deck, but I think if we race, we win. Oh, it doesn't give us the burns. Never mind. What do I know? Pretty simple one. We'll probably just bash you, keep that vulnerability going. Block 14 damage. Okay. We'd rather shrug first. Did not get rampage. So I think it's very simple. We're going to true grit, probably a basic strike, and then a headbutt, a shrug it off back. I still think we're doing just fine here, by the way. Definitely. Well, we might as well shrug first. Ah, I'm glad we did. Rampage, headbutt. Bring back rampage. I think he's dead next turn. 48 damage. Plus 14. Better make sure you got it right. Otherwise, you die. So let's just hit him for 12 instead. This is a tough choice. Immolate strikes me as very good because of the true grit that could hit the burn, but you're not gonna hit the burn every time. But it is good crowd control. I think we're okay with it, even though we're mostly gonna headbutt that rampage back anyway. And out of these, dude, well, I mean, okay, you're kind of getting me with this calling bell because we have blue candle. If we're not gonna do it here, when would we do it? You know, bronze scales, pear, ice cream. Yeah, okay, there's something in there. Obviously, we're going to try to remove the curses from our deck anyway, unless we get a, you know, striking synergy in advance. We'll take this path. We got a lot of rooms to go unless we get a question mark. Excuse me? I just get a free bludgeon? Go ahead and hit me for 6. Burning Blood, by the way, also really good. Like, I don't say no to that item lightly, but if we have blue candle, why not get 3 relics for a relatively meager cost? Now, I'm okay with a second shrug. I will admit I'm a little bit concerned about rampage. I'm gonna get the special relic. It synergizes okay with Bag of Marbles. Beyond that, I don't really want Jax taking up a spot in our deck. I know that seems perhaps even ridiculous. But I stand by it. I'd rather just have the strength on turn 1, weirdly enough. So True Grit's doing amazing work for us. Not really inspiring a whole lot of support here, but it's okay. Am I willing to do 28 damage to you to exhaust my whole hand? No. You know, the beauty of this is that Rampage gets stronger. Fiendfire still exists. Yo. Dude. We're not going to take these, by the way, but my lord has Infernal Blade been a beautiful choice. At this point, sure. We have the HP. Let's spend it. Necronomicon. We only bash an uppercut and immolate and feed. Actually, you know what? We got great targets for it. No complaints. We do have another curse in the deck that we can't get rid of. Double up on this. Easy. Okay, I like this deck. I'm gonna this is weird, but I'm gonna headbutt, bring back uppercut. I could Fiendfire you. I think it would do like 40 damage, but I think I'd rather just block. Oh, you're gonna draw uppercut, you freaking idiot, every time. Headbutt draw is so powerful until you realize I'm an idiot and always use it incorrectly. Anyway, this is still great damage. We probably have. I'm willing to take 15 damage to make myself feel bad. There you go. Strawberry. Nah. Dude. Vulnerability synergy. Sign me up. We're getting so lucky, by the way. We've gotten so much free treasure on this floor. Sure, or Calcum. Why not, dude? So we have 595 gold. What? Certainly, we gotta start removing curses. It doesn't really matter. Just one at a time. Now, every time you play 10 attacks, gain blah. An upgraded dual wield. We don't really want to dual wield Rupture. In fact, we don't want to dual wield too much, I think, right now. I don't think that works for us. So I do look at relics, and I think to myself, you know what? Maybe you go. We can't afford both of these. I would tend to think that Singing Bowl is a little bit better long-term, and we'll save the rest of our gold for a chance at, or a guarantee of removing these curses as soon as possible. This is just such a terrible draw. It's like a comically bad draw. I'm going to let you hit me for 5, just because I want to take advantage of turn 1. So this is a great Immolate turn. Did not get there. Okay, we're going to Rampage, Headbutt, bring back Rampage. The whole reason we're doing this is he was going to die there regardless. And I don't want to Fiendfire Rampage. It is still, bizarrely, kind of our win condition. So we will definitely double Immolate. It's just staggering damage. Take 1 extra damage. This is a deck that, again, it has, like, no theme. But the cards are great. It's hard for me to say that, like, a Warcry is not a worthy addition to this deck. It thins the deck. Even if it doesn't look like it. Yo, great draw. Sure, sign me up. I actually think this deck has a very realistic chance of winning the run. Sometimes I can Galaxy Brain myself. I'm going like, you know, well, let's True Grit a basic. How about let's not and, like, say we did? Why don't we instead just go for, like, the actual best option? So we're going to Headbutt a Rampage back. Yeah, because we only have 1 energy. Then we'll Warcry. And we'll say, you know what? Fiendfire next turn is definitely going to get the kill, so this looks good to me. So would Immolate, for that matter. A 3rd upgraded Shrug It Off? I think I'm okay with it. I do want to start removing cards, to be clear. But I will say, probably we'll go for the Bash that could apply 6 vulnerability. It's a bit of a low-tier upgrade target, but I'll still do it. I'm just going to grab the gold. I'm a little worried. Not much, but a little worried about, like, this deck getting too thick. But the cards are predominantly upgraded here. Yo. Don't mind if I do. So we do want to be careful. We don't want to exhaust too many defense or too many strikes. We want to exhaust them in, like, an equal number if possible. 6 turns of vulnerability is real sweet, but we could also just exhaust, like, our whole hand. Am I okay exhausting a Bash? I think I absolutely am. Necronomicers is coming back anyway, but I'd say it's coming back over and over. Oh, dude, the double shrug. Let's draw first. Well, let's do this draw first. We definitely do not need a strike. So we'd probably do, like, Rampage, Headbutt, bring back Rampage, draw, and then Rampage. And I know we take a bunch of damage. We don't get to use the double uppercut or anything like that there, but the acceleration on Rampage, I think, is highly, highly worth it. And this dude's getting just bodied. Alright, I mean, we'll double up on Immolate again. Does not bother me at all. Yes, we're going to take a nasty hit here. This would be a great turn to do a lot of damage. And I think we're going to get pretty close. Are we going to kill him next turn? Unlikely. So we might need to put up a pretty heavy block here. 54. Thank God we got any block at all, for that matter. Yeah, we're barely gonna live. But we should kill him next turn. Carnage is 40, is 70 plus the potion. So we basically beat him by 1 HP. Little spooky. I think you have to play Demon Form. We really want an energy relic. We are not going to get it. I actually think, like, Empty Cage is a huge helper right now. We get rid of our 2 curses. Definitely feel like we're in dire need of some energy. But this is an incredibly strong deck, in my opinion, for a deck that has only 3 energy per turn, especially. So let's start with Infernal Blade. They give us a heavy blade. We don't need a True Grit on this turn. Like, in fact, we don't need a True Grit at all because we killed them in 1 attack. Do we need an Armaments? I'm a little bit... Like, I straight up think we've made the deck a little too blocky. I don't think that's really bad. No, that's okay. One day, dude, one day that Bash is gonna get out of there. I promise you. I'll level with you. As much as I think we were still right to take Demon Form, we don't need it here. He's gonna die fast enough. And that double uppercut is just, like, disgustingly good. I like where we're at here. I think I do like a Bloodletting. Now, we got things on the go. I'm going to start by cutting a Strike. And I'd like to cut more, but it is what it is. I think another Warcry is fine. I think Ornamental Fan probably... It might even be more harm than good. We're only going to fight 1 elite, so I don't think it's worth... I mean, Sign of Courage, we're going to fight 1 on the 4th floor for sure, but I think I'd rather have Secret Technique, but what are we pulling with Secret Technique? Remember, it's got to be a skill. Either Bloodletting, Infernal Blade... Yeah, okay, there's probably something to pull there every time, so I'm probably going to stop it right there. 25 card deck where we're trying to get Rampage to come around quite frequently, you know, it gives me pause, let's put it that way. To have this many cards in the deck, but I also have recognized that this deck is not really about... this deck is no longer really about... the Rampage. This deck, and this is why I'm taking a second because I'm also trying to think of what we're about to draw, but this deck is about what? This deck is about Inferno right now, or Immolate, I should say. I'm not too mad about this. Like, I'm upset, but I'll get over it. I mean, in the end, it went just fine regardless, but... I will add another Infernal Blade. I think they've been quite good for us so far. So we'll probably try to get this Recall going next, because I think we've upgraded every worthwhile card in this deck. Rampage. Headbutt. 10 damage is real good, but it's also very tempting to get this going back around. You know what? You earned it. Stay steady. 24 damage. Well, we'll still headbutt. I mean, we could have brought an uppercut or an immolate back, which might have even been better. 51 damage, huh? Interesting. I'm gonna hit him with that yeet for the weakness. 18 damage. Not a big deal. And we lose Rampage again, because I'm an idiot. But the extra weakness here is the reason I went for that option. So if we do this, we'll probably go for an Infernal Blade. It's a terrible choice, honestly. 11 damage is not that bad, but... Oh, that's a great debuff. By our standards, at least. Can we kill him with Fiend Fire? $17 damage times 4 times 2. Yeah, it'll get him. The second one doesn't count? Oh well, but still. Oh, it's a slap in the face, dude. I think we're just fine where we stand. Okay, so let's recall while we can. And like the amount of relics we've gotten here is just hilarious. Like this is working out extremely nicely. Headbutt is just 3 extra damage, but we do play that card a lot, so go for it. I am gonna fight the elite because at this point, I kind of feel like I would be a fool not to. That's just free HP. Rupture is huge. You had to do it to me. Here's the thing. We might be able to play this demon form. Womp, womp, womp. It's the demon form or 2 blocks. I stand by my decision. Hopefully our future draws are better. Sure, I mean, Blood for Blood is immediately good. And I mean, we haven't played Rampage yet, or Rupture, I should say, so don't worry about it too much here. Am I still fine to be fighting this elite? I truly do believe so. And of course, you know, no matter how good your run is, you could always use another relic, right? This had to be. We should have played Rupture first, to be fair, but it's a very necessary step for us to take as little damage as possible. That Clash was not the best card it could have been, but not bad. I think I would rather have permanent strength. Well, we have to fight the elite anyway, so don't get too concerned. Personally, I really kind of like the idea of just hitting you for a staggering amount of damage, but I worry if we don't get ahead of the situation, things might become tough, but simultaneously, who dares wins. So we would love to see an Immolate. Basically, we're incredibly lucky. That went better than we ever could have expected. Pocket Watch. When you play 3 or less cards, draw 3 additional cards. Okay. With our limited energy, I think seeing red is highly advisable. Disarm is extremely necessary for killing the final boss. Lantern, I think I would rather have the extra energy on turn 1. And we'll probably save. Yeah, Madness might even work against us. So, well, I'm fine with 99 HP. We'll get Rupture free. I don't expect this to be too hard, but I could be wrong. Probably start with a Shrug It Off. And all of these cards are kind of horrible, so I mean, we could hit you for 66. I'd rather just dice one of these guys, though. Or ice one of these guys, I should say. Wow, that's unfortunate. Oh, well. Demon form, we get headbutted back. That's probably a reasonably good choice, actually. Like, headbutt, demon form, war cry, put a basic strike up top. Certainly play demon form. Yo! Insanely good luck. You need to die, but we'll wait for it for next turn, okay? We're going to take some damage. It was necessary to get that demon form out there. So I'm completely happy with the way this went down. The disarm is obviously hugely advantageous here. Alright, we should be in a pretty dominant position. We can still get bad turns from a block standpoint, but... I don't know if this is any good at all. But it is funny. In fact, it's not funny. It's very funny. Dude, I'm going up to 20 strength. I'm willing to do it. I've never done this before in this game. That's wild. Okay, so we played 15 cards. That's a bad sign. We can only bring one. We might like to have Shrug, honestly. Deal 23 damage to an enemy 3 times. Before we played it, we should have made sure we had lethal, actually. That was kind of dumb. Oh well, it's still great. We want to draw a basic attack. Next turn, give me Immolate. But how are we going to kill him? Yeah, this is a bummer, dude. I don't know. Next turn, give me Shrug, then. We're going to get rid of 1 burn. Add 1 to the deck. So, like, Rampage is solid. Is a solid card here, but, I mean, it doesn't really compare to Immolate. Dude, we have, like, no blocks coming back. So I know you look at, like, Rampage Headbutt here and you think that's real solid, and I think it is, but... I think we really gotta pretty much ensure that this dude dies next turn. We've been in a lot... Oh, no, we're actually totally fine. We've been in a lot of, like, knockdown, drag-out fights here. I just beg you for, like, unattack. Thank you. A perfect unattack. What a wonderful choice. Alright, I mean, good fight, I think. This will certainly be an interesting floor for us. Really, it's a bit of an ask. If we can get a Reaper on the shop. Just a Reaper? I don't think we need spot weakness. In fact, like, out of all of these... I think our best option is a power potion. We dump... We can't dump Thorns. We can dump Steroid Potion. Finesse, also good. But... I'm gonna do it like that. I don't know what power we're hoping for. Maybe like a second demon form. We're probably gonna get a power back here, which is important to note. Or we're gonna get a potion back here. So let's pop strength. We're only gonna play this... Maybe we don't play it at all. Hold up a sec. So we're gonna shrug. We definitely want to turn and face you. True Grit, our basic. It's taking a little bit of damage. I don't know. I feel like HP is precious enough to not just throw it away. This is an easy one. Go like that. Sadly, it's not really... Oh, I forgot we're getting 3 extra block out of each one of those as well. But out of each Necronomicon play, I should say. Normally, we would probably consider Demon Form. What do we want here, though? This guy's doing 51 damage. Well, if we're not going to kill him, we'd like to shrug as much as possible, I think. Like, Fiendfire is great, but it's not going to do that much here. So let's start with a shrug. Man, this sucks, because I would love to immolate, but it won't turn us. I'm going to do it anyway. And, you know, sometimes you could just get lucky. Don't even get me started on this guy. Power. Nah. Feel No Pain is probably our best option. And this is weird, but let's start with Rupture. And now I'm like, okay, Feel No Pain. Necronomicon. We are still losing 1 HP. But losing 1 HP... Look at how much block rating next. Doesn't he do like 60 damage next turn? So here's my methodology, okay? I hope it's obvious, but... If we can just get to 60 block on self-forming clay, we're starting 20 strength up. So I consider myself a pretty happy man. I'll probably stop there, just because it's a little spooky. And we'll draw basically some useless cards. We're not going to exhaust anything. I will play Seeing Red. Whole point there is just so we can get the 5 energy for the next turn. Alright, he's doing 60 damage. That's cool. We got 60 block. It's fantastic. We still, by the way, are getting just trash draw. The strikes are decent. I'll use them. Next turn is his Caltrops turn. Yeah, he's doing 36 damage. This is a tough one because we really basically have to play Demon Form. So we will play Demon Form. Actually, we can play our whole hand. We're going to take a lot of damage. So is he. Alright, no reason to sweat it. We're still at 47 HP. He has to be disarmed. Now, what would we want to bring back here? Carnage is pretty decent here. Immolate is unnecessary. Immolate's a little spooky, I guess, is the way I would describe it. To me, this is a double bash. And then, geez. I guess you can guarantee yourself a card next time. Yeah, we'll guarantee ourselves Uppercut. 42 damage. No joke. Well, we'll definitely play Defend. We won't be killed. 36 damage. Well, this exhausts, so this is a big one. Twin Strike is pretty strong. Warcry exhausts, so it's very good. It is hilarious to think about using Necronomicon here. Void is, we're stuck with it no matter what. What's my thinking on Necronomicon? It's very simple. We can give ourselves maximum strength. Are we going to survive this turn? We actually probably are. We have 16, 11, plus 20. Yeah, we're probably going to survive this turn, so I don't think we play the Necronomicon, but it's extremely tempting. What are we going to get rid of, though? A strike. We're not going to play it. So we're definitely going to play Shrug It Off. We're at 32. We're definitely going to play True Grit. And let's just exhaust a strike. So we're at 43. We don't know what we're drawing, but what are the odds, and I'm just leveling with you, what are the odds that we live if we don't kill him next turn? Very low, right? So why don't we take ourselves at least to 36 block? This way we're not taking any damage. We survive with 11 HP. Maybe some more would be in order, but I just in case we draw a great attack but no blocks next turn, I'm not willing to use it. Just because, you know, we need some kind of HP to keep ourselves going. We really just need a good attack, and we got it. This is a fantastic run. I had a wonderful time. Never in my life before have I seen, or at least used myself, the ability to use the Necronomicon to just generate essentially infinite strength. So big ups to self-forming clay, and big ups to actually Feel No Pain, the luckiest power we've ever gotten at that specific moment. That was a great one. For now, thanks for watching. I got a lot more confidence. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, though, thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Northernlion to be notified when I go live in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya. And so shall I.